Hello students, today we are going to learn about soil. Children, as all of you know that soil is the uppermost layer of the earth's crust. Soil is a valuable natural resource. Plants grow in soil, they absorb nutrients from soil and prepare their food in presence of sunlight, which is used by almost every living organism directly or indirectly. Soil is a home for many animals that includes microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. Animals like ants, mites, millipedes, beetles, worms, rodents, etc. Some of these are useful for the growth of plants. For example, earthworms turn and loosen the soil and help in decomposing dead and decaying matter. Even after death, they turn into humus, which increases the fertility of soil. Soil also keeps the plants in place by holding their roots firmly. Now, the question arises how soil is formed. Soil formation is a very slow process. It is formed when big rocks break down into small particles by the action of sun's heat, wind, rain, flowing water, and climatic conditions. And the process of soil formation by breaking down of rocks is called weathering. The formation of soil may take hundreds or thousands of years. It is estimated that it may take hundreds of years to form 2.5 centimeter of soil from parent material. Soil consists of a number of components like it contains humus, water, clay, silt, sand and gravels. Now the next topic is soil profile. A vertical section through the soil showing the different layers of soil is called soil profile. Each layer of this profile is called horizon. Soil profile can also be seen while digging a well or while laying the foundation for a building. Let's study about the layers of soil one by one. The very first layer is a horizon. It is also known as topsoil. It is the uppermost layer of the soil. It is usually dark in color and contain very fine particles of rock. It is rich in humus, which makes the soil fertile. Plants get the essential nutrients from this layer. This layer is also known as topsoil. The topsoil provides home for many living organisms such as worms, rodents, etc. The second one layer is B horizon. It is also known as subsoil. The layer just under the topsoil is known as B horizon. This layer is also known as subsoil. This layer is slightly harder and more compact. It has very little humus or organic matter. This layer is rich in soluble minerals and iron oxide and is light in color. The third one is C horizon, and this layer is also known as substratum. The lowermost layer of the soil is called C horizon or substratum. This layer lies below the subsoil. This layer is made of small pieces of hard stones and rocks with cracks and crevices. It is very difficult to dig beyond this layer. Under this layer, it lies a bedrock or the D horizon. Now, D horizon or the bedrock. This layer lies below the C horizon and is made of hard solid rocks. It is too hard to be dug with a spade. Rainwater accumulates above this layer and forms the water table. The next topic is types of soil. On the basis of soil particles, soil is classified into following types. The very first is sandy soil, second clay soil, and the third one is loamy soil. The very first is sandy soil. It is formed by the disintegration and weathering of rocks such as limestone, granite, quartz, and shale. Its main characteristics are: at very first, it contains 70 to 80% of the large sand particles and very small amount of silt and clay particles. Due to large space between the soil particles, this soil has poor water retention and is well aerated. It lacks humus and hence is not very fertile. It is not suitable to grow crops due to poor humus content and poor water holding capacity. The second type of soil is clay soil. It is found by the disintegration and weathering of rocks for a long time. It is also formed as a sedimentary deposits due to weathering, erosion, and transportation of rocks. The main characteristics of clay rocks are it contains mainly clay and only a little amount of sand and silt. Its particles are very small and leave very little space for air. It has high water retention capacity and is sticky when wet. It turns hard on drying. It also contains some humus. Some plants grow in it. The third one is loamy soil. It is considered to be the perfect soil, and its main characteristics are it contains equal amount of sand, clay and silt. It is rich in humus and is dark brown in color. It has adequate airspace and contains sufficient water. So, this loamy soil is the best soil for plant growth. Now, the next topic is properties of soil. Soil has some special properties which determine different soil types. The very first is soil contain air. The second is it contains water or moisture. Third is soil allows water to percolate, and the fourth one property is soil can absorb water. Now this is all about this chapter. Thank you.